Good evening, sisters. Please help me out, says this one. I've been dating this guy for 2 years and we plan to marry in a few months' time. He's a staunch Christian, says we should not have sex before marriage, even though he is not a virgin. Problem is, I have been feeling for sex of late, but I don't intend to cheat on him. All I want to do is to get a dildo to satisfy my needs since he can't do it at the moment. I would like to tell him about it as well before I purchase one. Do you think it's wrong to inform him? Claudia, do you think it's wrong to inform him?
So what is the problem? Is it the act of using the dildo or the information about the dildo that she's concerned about? Because for me, how do we know that they've not already been masturbating? Or does the game change simply because a toy comes into the question? For me, I wouldn't tell him. But if she feels very, very, very convicted to tell him, she should first evaluate how this person is going to judge it. Is he an open-minded person? Because mind you, in our part of the world, sex toys come with a lot of stigma. I know there's some level of penetration in the market, but it's not so accepted. So is this person going to accept it at all? And if he says no, then what? Are you then going to use it behind his back, or are you going to continue? So for me, I don't think he should really, really know, because you need to own your sexuality. And I mean, I don't know if she's ever had sex before. She's a virgin, and so she knows her body, or she's getting to know her body. But I'm all for women rediscovering their bodies on their own. And a dildo is a very useful tool in that circumstance. So for me, I'm all for it. Go for it, girl. Like, own your sexuality, get to know your body, get to know your hotspots. And I don't think he should know. I mean, men watch porn and masturbate all the time. Who puts a camera on them? Do they come and ask permission from you before they masturbate with their phone? Why do you feel obligated to discuss this with him? If she wants to do it, she can tell him. It's more like an information. Hey, I'm interested in using a dildo and I'm going to do it. So I don't think at this age you need permission to use a sex toy. We need to upgrade our relationship. Like, the world has moved on, and seeking permission from your boyfriend before you use a sex toy. Like, why did Nkrumah win independence for us if you're supposed to be asking about sex toys from your boyfriend? I don't get it. Seriously, it's a toy. It's a toy. It's like someone picking their phone, watching pornography and masturbating in their room. Do we consider that as cheating? And how does it become cheating if it's with a toy?
Interesting comment there.
It's none of his business. Own your sexuality, my girl. Own your sexuality. Enjoy yourself. Life is short.
Right. Okay. Own your sexuality. Ceci, you agree?
I am with Claudia on this one. Yes, because he's your boyfriend, not your husband. Not yet. And you see, you have to know your body before someone else. You can actually show somebody how to make you feel good. Okay? Because, see, before someone knows you, you have to know yourself. Abby?
Oh, you're asking me?
Oh, I'm talking in general terms.
Okay.
You have to know yourself before you can show the person that someha. You understand? So if you don't know yourself, you can't show somebody the way. A blind person cannot show another blind person the path. So, but on the other hand, they've been dating for 2 years. And you are left with 3 months to get married.
Yeah.
If you're able to wait for 2 years, why can't you wait for 3 months? What's the rush? I don't.
What do you know be firewood?
I know, right? But yeah, they've been together for 2 years, and you are getting married in 3 months. So, if you've been able to wait for that long, why can't you wait? Yeah, it's fine. You can get a toy and everything, but I'm just also thinking that if you've been able to wait for 2 years,
You might as well just wait.
exactly. unless of course you suspect that he has something to hide,
Right.
by refusing to have sex before marriage.
I was gonna, ask that question actually.
Okay.
Because last week we had a similar story on the show, and we found out that the guy had a small penis. That's why he was saying that he didn't want to, Yeah. So I'm just saying. What do you think?
Yeah.
That is why I was about to ask, why did he even wait in the first place? What are you waiting for?
There are people who believe in waiting, and that's okay too.
But because of what you just said, you said about the small penis thing. And so are you telling me that after they get married and she says that, you think she's going to continue with the marriage? I don't think so. Because most people...
Not every woman wants big goods anyway. It's
Tell
true.
me one.
Okay, so it could
wants
either be
that.
big goods or small goods. There could be small goods
It's how
that
you
work,
use it, isn't it?
or even if it's big, there are some people who have big ones and it doesn't work.
Thank you.
They don't know what to
it's
do with
about
it.
how
So
you
that
use
is why
it.
the thing is that instead of waiting to be surprised, find out before you tie the knot.
How do you find out? You ask to see or what?
You have sex. I am not against premarital sex. It's not everybody who's going to get married. It's not everybody who's going to tie their knot. And I don't believe in tying their knot changing anything. For me, I don't think it changes anything. I believe that what we do during courtship and whatever is what we are going to stand on to tie the knot. It's just an official thing. That's what I think. So you don't wait.
need the official thing.
For me, I don't think I need it because, and I'm speaking from experience, a lot of people wait. They want to wait, and then they get surprised on the honeymoon day. Either, can I say honeymoon or honeymoon? When it's from both sides. Either the lady will say, and the lady will say maybe the guy couldn't even
Get it up.
Forget about size. They couldn't even get it up.
Yay.
I'll walk away.
2 minutes.
Dysfunction.
You understand what I'm saying? And we've fine. People have been preaching, always wait till you get married. And we've heard from people who have been surprised after the marriage. And marriage conditions you to think that there's so much happiness after you get married, so don't do certain things. How can I be with somebody I don't know so many things about the person? They tell you wait till you get married first. Marriage is not something you want to enter and come out. Look at the story we just discussed where she's married but she's bunking the pastor. How about that? You see?
But so I have a question. So it's not elaborated here. So they haven't made out in any way, kissed, done
Probably not. The guy is not a
Probably
virgin.
not, because he
He's
says
not a virgin.
like
So
he's a
I think
staunch
that's what,
Christian, so there's a
Claudia
possibility.
asked.
but he's not a virgin.
Claudia asked something like that. Are you sure she's not already masturbating or
I
if
think
he's
you
not
mentioned this
masturbating?
I think
He isn't a
somewhere
virgin.
there.
And let me
You
tell
see,
you
so
something.
for me, that's what makes it suspicious.
Exactly.
Maybe he's hiding something.
If he hasn't had sex before, then fine. Maybe we.
And then
might
let me also tell you
understand.
something about certain people. They will tell you no sex before marriage. That's with you, but he's getting it somewhere else. We hear of that
Or
all
maybe
the time.
he broke his virginity and then found Christ.
I'm
just saying. No, it's possible.
How do you find Christ?
It's possible, ladies. It's possible. Let's say in secondary school he was with some chick. It happened. That's why he's
So
not
it's
a
a
virgin.
secondary
But then he got to a
virgin.
point where he realized, Charlie, he
So
wants
it's
to
a
give his
secondary
life-
virgin.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Okay,
you
let's
found
not
it when it got to
deviate
my
from
turn.
let's not deviate from the topic. So now she's talking about sex toys. From what I've heard, and like Claudia said, a lot of people have some misconceptions about it. For me, I'm sure everybody knows me. I'm the most open-minded person ever. So everything goes. So me, I'll be for her, you know.
She should get one.
She should get one because,
Which type?
like you said,
Because the way you're talking is like you have experience.
There are vibrators. I've heard about the rabbits. I've heard about
Hey,
the
rabbits.
lipstick, the bullets.
Hey,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, listen. Now, women
Interesting.
and more of African women are coming into themselves. Like they are becoming more sexually like liberated and more free. Because first, society and certain like religions, restricts you. They tell you to be a virgin before you get married. You don't even know yourself. Then you get married, you don't know what to do with each other. You're not connecting. Your sexual organs don't fit. Maybe it's too big, small, or too big. You're too wide, or whatever, and they'll be saying, you understand what I'm saying?
You want to test the thing before.
Me, I feel that and I'm not saying it from a bad point of view because I'm thinking that to avoid all these surprises where you get to meet the person and people are so ignorant, they'll be like, oh, she's too wide, then maybe she's been around. But people are naturally wide. The way there are different sizes of vaginas, the same way penises have got different sizes. Big, small, wide, short, whatever. So women too, the canal is usually maybe deeper, wider, shorter, whatever. So if you don't get a right fit, like if the guy is too big and you're too wide and there's no friction, that's where you get, the sensation. So they're just looking at me.
So you need to find the blueprint.
You have to, and I'm not saying go and be sleeping around, but I'm saying that for me, don't just say, I'm going to wait till I get married first. And you're not doing anything at all. And sex is about skills, it's an art, and you come with nothing.
Shit.
And some ladies don't even clean themselves properly. I've heard of guys, on the wedding day, they say, "Oh, she doesn't smell good. She doesn't." We hear, and I'm speaking from experience. What people have told me. So people should be open-minded a bit. And we are like Charlie, times have changed.
Times have changed, but religion really hasn't.
That's what I'm.
See,
So I'll
that's the
say that.
problem.
Listen,
Yeah,
and that's
it's a
call it
very
that.
big thing.
yes,
so-
it's like that, but we should know that there's a spiritual world, there's a physical world. So I don't see anything wrong with what has that got to do with your religion. If you still believe in whatever you believe in and you're being spiritual
But
and
if
you pray and
your
everything,
religion talks against it, then that's
then
what
they should
happens.
ask the pastor who is having sex with somebody's wife then, because I mean,
But not all pastors do that.
Exactly.
some do.
But not all.
Not all.
Yes.
Some.
Yes. And me, two against one.
No.
We're trying to open this up a bit.
Okay, for me, I'm not coming from a religious point of view. They
Okay.
chew me up, I know. But for me,
So you're saying she should get.
she should get it. But as Claudia said, you tell the guy. Some guys feel it's going to be a competition. They feel if she gets used to it, she may not like. I hear all these kinds of things.
Yes, the ego.
Yeah.
The ego.
Maybe
So she should-
the thing guy is bigger than
So
his.
like I
Exactly.
agree with Claudia. Either she hides it from the guy and then do her own thing.
She has to seriously consider
Think
what he's
about
going
it.
to do
Yes.
with his
Yeah,
ego.
how he
as
feel-
far
is
as
he
his ego is
open-minded?
concerned. You know how
I don't
guys
know.
can
How
be
about, ladies? How about finding an interesting way to just pick his mind on how
he
he feels
thinks
about
about those
vibrators
things,
and
yeah.
dildos, sex
True.
toys.
Yeah, without telling
without
him
telling him
that-
that.
Hey, but
So
you
he can-
say, "Oh, I'm okay." Then later I
you can
find out that
even
you
use
are
your
using
friend.
it.
Like,
Yeah, your
can you
friend, you
believe
say
I
it's
just
fine.
found my friend's dildo?
He will say, no.
Yeah, what do you think?
Let me tell you
Yeah,
something.
think,
The
right?
guy will say, oh, it's okay. Then when you tell him that you are the one who wants to use it, you say, hey, no, I don't want this here. Do you understand
No,
what
but
I'm
if
saying?
it's okay, what's good for the goose?
Oh, you
is
never
good for
hear
the
that
goose.
before. Never hear that. Some guys will admire certain things.
No, so
from
at that point,
people.
then you hide it.
They won't- That's what I'm saying.
So if he says it's okay, then you know that maybe there's some small path somewhere. Then as time goes on, you widen it.
Let me tell you
So-
something. Me,
Yeah,
me,
but if he goes like no, then you know that
If
hey,
it's me,
this is a battle.
Okay, let me bring in Claudia. Yeah.
I think we are approaching it from the wrong way because why should it matter what he thinks if it's okay or not?
Exactly.
We are talking about a woman's pleasure. Why should that be incumbent on the spouse's or the partner's permission? Seriously, that's my problem. Does she need permission to use a sex toy on her body?
Exactly.
Because we are talking about body autonomy, owning your sexuality. Do you need a man's permission to use a sex toy? That's the other question.
Okay.
If I were the woman and this thing is such a big deal, I'll leave the guy because I'm using it.
Precisely.
Either way.
Precisely. Because
I'll use
a
it.
confident man
I'll use
shouldn't
it.
care.
Yeah. Either way.
A confident man shouldn't care. It's an ego thing. A confident man shouldn't care. And a confident man will educate themselves and understand that the sex toy is not going to make you big or small. So it's about an open-minded person marrying an equally open-minded man. So if he's dragging his feet, you should actually reconsider your whole marriage and your sex, because sex is a big part of marriage. So if at this stage you think he won't even accept toys for 50 years of your life, how are you going to discuss other positions and sex positions that you want to try if he says he doesn't want to do it?
Interesting comments there. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we've said enough, I think. So essentially, we're saying she should go ahead with it, get the dildo,
Yes.
and not tell the guy.
Hallelujah.
That's what we're all saying.
Me, that's what I would say. Like, yes, I don't think she should. That's not his business.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. Cool. I mean, If you ask me, if I was the one in this, lady's shoes, I wouldn't have asked. I wouldn't ask him. I wouldn't
if he
inform him.
chances
To be
upon me
honest,
using
I
it.
wouldn't. Like, it's neither here nor there. You're not ready.
On me using it.
If I think I'm up for it, we'll just do
Yeah.
it. When you're ready, we're good to go,
Yeah.
But that's just me. So we'll leave that there.